Hey there, this is Akshay Madan and welcome back to a new video. And in this video, we are going to teach you custom functions in FlutterFlow. So you told me that you want some more videos on FlutterFlow so that you can create your apps faster and without having much knowledge of coding. So I'm back with a new video of FlutterFlow and I'm going to teach you custom functions. And more videos are going to come with respect to FlutterFlow, custom widgets, custom actions, and I'm going to teach you the complete FlutterFlow. But if you want to check more videos of FlutterFlow, you can check my complete playlist. So without wasting more time, let's get back to the topic and let me create a new project over here and let's call it custom, right? So when I'm going to bring the videos of widgets and actions, I'm going to continue in the same app, right? So let me create a new blank application. So let's create new and it is going to create. So let's call it, let's keep it as it is. And now in the pages section, so what we are going to create, what we are going to learn today. So as I told you that we are going to learn custom functions. So you can check this tab, custom functions, and over here you can write your custom functions, custom widgets, and custom actions. So what is the difference between all three? So custom function is what is a function? Function is nothing but a task that is to be performed, or it is it has a certain pieces of code, certain lines of code, and it can be used any number of times, right? Custom widget is nothing but a UI, right? That is not actually present in the FlutterFlow default widgets, but you can create your own widget according to you by coding, if you know coding, and you can call that widget any number of times. Custom actions. So many people get confused between functions and actions. Function is nothing but piece of lines that can be reused, right? There are certain processes or methods or function, right? But custom actions are nothing but are the actions that are performed when you click some button, or when you perform an action, or when you do something, then an action can be performed. Let me give you one example. Function can be, let's say you click a button and you want to print hello world, or let's say you are writing a function which is going to convert your kilograms to grams. This is a function, right? This is a piece of code that will be performed. It is going to multiply that value into 1000 and you will get grams from kilograms, right? Now what is an action? So let's say you click a button, you want to upload your data to the Firebase. This is an action. This is not a function, right? It is going to perform some task, some collection of tasks. So that is an action, right? So today we are going to learn custom functions, and in the upcoming videos I'm going to teach you custom actions, right? So let's so I'm going to create a function. So first of all, in the UI I'm going to create one page. So this page will be somewhat similar to Instagram UI, or you can say not in e-commerce but social media. You can see this template. So I'm going to name this page as social, right? And you can see this UI. So let me use the template theme and you can see this UI. But the problem is that if the number of likes are increasing, let's say 10,000 likes, so it is going to print 10,000, but I don't want like that, right? So if what's my requirement is, if the number of likes increases from 999, that means if all the likes that are greater than 999, 1023 or 5000, 6000, they should be written like K format. So 1023 will be written as 1.02K, okay? Then 5064 5064 will be written as 5.06, or 9998 will be written as 9.99K likes, somewhat like this. So this is my task, and if the likes increases from 10,000, then I'll show you. And if the likes increases from like 99999, that is 99,000, when it is going to become 100,000, then what we'll do, and if the likes reaches 1 million, we are going to write M, right? 1 million plus likes, somewhat. This is my task. So let's say a company has given me this task, I have to complete it, right? So nothing like this already exists in the FlutterFlow. We need to write a custom function. So I'm going to come in this tab and I'm going to create a function. So let's call it fetch likes, or modify numbers, right? Let's call this function as modify numbers. So this is my function name. Now what is the return type? You can see the return type. What my function is going to return? It is going to return a string, right? Because K, string, so it is going to return a string, and it is not a list, it is not null, right? Now function argument, what it is going to take? It is going to take a double value or a integer value. Yeah, integer we can take. So it is let's give it a name. So number, and the data type will be integer, right? So integer, and this is all good. Now let's go in the code section. So first of all, it is going to generate some default code. You can see over here. Now I need to write a code which, first of all, let's convert this number into string, right? So I'm going to write string. Let me just increase the font size. Okay, it is going to crash. The website is not that much responsive. Okay, I hope it is visible. So I'm going to write string, and it will be num is equal to number dot to string dot to string. Perfect. Okay, so now my number, whichever I have got as a parameter, is now converted to a string. So now what I want to do, now I want to check if the number which I have got as a parameter is greater than 999. That means it is reaching a 4-digit value. Then what I want to do, so I want to return, first of all, num, which is a string, num at 0. That means the first character. Let's say it is 1023. Then I'm grabbing 1. Perfect, index 0. So num at 0 plus, then I will add a full stop, that is a dot decimal. So I'll add a decimal. Then I will grab second and third value. So it will be num at 1 plus num at 2, right? And I'm going to return this. But if my number is like else, I'm going to handle all the rest of the cases afterwards. So if, okay, so this is not that much good, the responsiveness, I hope it is visible because I'm not able to increase the font size. Let me try like this. Okay, then again it's not responsive. Okay, let's work like this. Else I'm going to just return the num. Now let's handle all the errors. So undefined name string, so let's call it like this, and number, let's add a null check. Perfect. And then okay, so num at 0, string is a num dot to string, then return num at 0. Okay, what's the error actually? Okay, semicolon. Done. So now my code is error free. Now if the number is greater than 999, then I am going to do something. But if it is not greater than 999, it is less than 999, then I'm not going to do anything. So let's test it out. So let's save it. And okay, so let's skip this part. Okay, my function is not saved. So this is FlutterFlow error, not mine. So let's create it again fastly. So now I've written the function again. Now let's test it out. So let me give it first of all 876. Let's say 876 likes are there on my post. Let's run it and let's see what we get. We should get 876 only. Let's see, 876. Now if I make it 8760, then what will happen? It should be 8.76. So let's see, 8.76. Perfect. And if I make it, let's say 1023, then what will happen? 1.02 I should get. Perfect, 1.02. Now one thing that we are missing is it should have k, so that's why that will represent 1000, right? So plus it will be capital K. Perfect. Now let me show you one thing. If I make 87,000, then what will happen? It should be 87k. The correct answer is 87k, but let me show you. It is giving me 8.7k only. Why? Because we are not handling the condition if the value increases 9,999, right? So let me add that condition. So instead of, it will be else if my number is greater than 9999, then it is going to have, and this will be it will be 9, yeah, and this will be, and so, and number is less than 10,000, then this will happen. Otherwise, I'm going to grab this and this num at 1 will not come here, it will come over here. I hope you are understanding, but if you're not understanding, not a problem, you can reach out to me, and this should be the case. So now what will be my answer? It will be 87k, right? And after that I'm grabbing this. Yes, perfect. So I think this will do, and let's see what we get. So now let's run it. I should get 87k right now. Okay, compiling without sound, null safety, modify numbers, int number. Okay, let's see what is the error. I think I have missed a null check, so the body might complete no. Okay, yeah, so because we are not writing the else part, so it will be else return num. Perfect. So what is the, okay, semicolon. Now it is perfect. Let's test it out. 87k I'm expecting. 87k, perfect. Now if I make it 99,000, 99, it will be 99k. That is perfect. Perfect. But now if I make it 100k, now if I make it 3, 4, 5, if I'm making 100k, then what will happen? It is going to give me 10k. You can see 10k, right? So till the point you want to reach, let's say you are expecting maximum 1 million likes, so you can reach till 1 million. So now for this case, you can see that answer is wrong. You can again write one code. You can again write a piece of code. If my number is greater than 99,999, then you can like write num at 0 plus num at 1 plus num at 2 point num at 3, right? And if your value is like reaching around 1 million, then what you can do, you can grab first value. Like let's say your likes, number of likes are 1,000,000 or somewhat, then you can just grab the first value, write m, like 1m plus, so 1 million plus likes. So this is your task now. So I've given you two conditions. I've written two conditions that are handling the likes, number of likes till 10,000, right? But if you want to like reach more, or if your like requirement is more, then you can write your own code. But I have taught you how you can write your custom function, and now let's see how you can call this function. So I'm going to save this function. Perfect. You can see my number is saved, my function is saved. Now let's get back to my social thing, and over here it is 2493. Now let's say I'll create one more screen. It will be a blank screen, so let's call it a blank screen, and write create new, and let's add a text field. Let's add a text field, and let's add a button. Let's add a button over here. Perfect. Now in this, the user is going to type like, so this is not the ideal case. I just want to show you how we are going to call that function. So in this, I'm going to write my likes, any number of likes I can write in 10,000s, 9,000s, and I want to see my output in the UI, right? So this is my number of likes. So as soon as I'm going to click on this button, the value, whatever the user has written over here, it will be like fetched from that function. It will go to that function, and we are going to get some value in the K or M format, right? And then that value will be stored in the local state, and in the UI, in this page, in the social page over here, I'm going to fetch the values from that local state. So 2493 will not be visible, it will be visible 2.49k, right? So let's see how we are going to do it. So let's come over here. Let's add an action, So on tap, I want to call a custom function. So function, let's open the function, you know, this action screen, and I want to call this local state. So first of all, we also need to update the local state, not the update, but you need to create one variable in the local state. So this is my local state. I'll create a variable. Field name will be likes, and it is going to be a string, and let's create it. Perfect. Now I'm going to get back to my screen. I'll open my action screen, and I'm going to call local update local state and select field to update, right? So field will be likes, and update type will be set value, and value source will be from a variable, and it will be coming from a custom function. So it will come from a custom function, modify numbers, and the modify numbers set function argument. So it is going to take a specific value, not a specific value. It will take value from a variable. Now which variable? The variable or the value that the user is entering, right? So I'm going to set it from a widget state likes, right? So let me just revise. Let me just click on confirm, and if what will be the default variable value? So it will be 0, right? So if nobody has liked, then 0 likes, right? So let me just click on confirm. No bugs. Let me just revise. So what I'm doing is, I'm going to, as soon as the button is pressed, I'm going to update my local state, so that number of likes are getting stored in the local state. That means inside the mobile itself, right? In the local storage. So I'm not directly saving the value which the user is entering over here, right? I'm going to give this value to my function. My function is going to return that k or m value, and that k or m value, that string, will be stored in the local state, right? So now my function is not ending over here. As soon as I'm going to click on this button, I'm also going to navigate back to my previous screen, right? So I'll add one more custom action, and it will be navigate back, right? And just a simple advertisement in between of my agency. If you have any FlutterFlow or app development, web development work, we also provide no code services using FlutterFlow, Xano, and all that. If you have any kind of services, you can reach out to me. We will be happy to help you, right? We provide all these three services, and this is our how we create your product, and these are the tech stacks that we use. We are using FlutterFlow, we are using Flutter, and why are we trustworthy, and this is our team. And if you want to learn, you can learn from my channel all the tech stacks that I'm teaching, right? So yeah, so let's get back to our video, navigate back. So I hope this was clear, and now let me just get back to social, and as soon as I'm going to click on this floating action button, I want to go to my navigate to my blank page. Correct. Perfect. This is all set. Now this value will not be coming from a it will not be static. It will set from a variable, local state, number of likes. Perfect. So you can see this is not a string, this is a variable, right? Now let's build this, but let's see what are the errors. Set string property not properly set in text. Okay, which text now? I just want to clear all the bugs so that we can build and test the app out, right? So okay, so first is this toggle button. So this is a toggle button because someone is liking and unliking. So this is creating an unusual bug, so I'm going to delete it for now, because my main task is not to teach you how to like image. My thing is to teach you custom functions. So custom functions need to be checked. So yes, so once you have written some function, you need to click on this check error button, right? So it is going to check for the errors. If my function is having any error, so obviously it will not have any error because we already compiled it. So let's wait, and only 2 errors will be left out of 3. Perfect. So now what's the second error? So what is string property not properly set in the text? Which text? Okay, so this text. Let me just delete it. No unusual errors I want to handle right now. Requires, okay, another toggle button is there because they are quite the same. And let's set this value, this likes value, also from the local state. Set from a variable, local state, number of likes. Perfect. Let's build it. So as I've opened the app, I'm not able to see anything. That's a problem. But let me just add some value. Okay, so let's add 56,000. So it should write 56k. Okay, nothing is there. So let me just see what's the error is. So likes, okay, default variable value. Okay, so let me write 0 for default variable value, confirm, and over here also it should be default variable value 0, which I already added, but okay, let's add it again, confirm. Now this is good, and if I just preview the app, let's see what we get. Okay, I am seeing likes. Let me add, let's say 56,000. Okay, so nothing is visible. Okay, I think we need to build it. There is some difference between preview and a build. I'm still learning this thing, that build and preview are not the same thing. Preview doesn't like compile the logical part, I think, and build does. So let's again build the app, but this time I want to see 56k. Let's build it. Or if it doesn't work, then we have to write init state something like, if the app opens, then you need to fetch the value from the local state, something like that. But let's see what we get. Okay, so I am seeing 0 right now. Let's add a value, 56,000. I think it will not update because we are not running set state as soon as I'm getting back, right? Okay, so I did some research, and the reason was same that I expected, that when we are returning from that screen, like where we are writing the likes and we are getting back, the screen is not getting refreshed. That's why my number of likes are also not getting refreshed. So just to show you the functionality of that, what I'm going to do is, in the blank screen I'm going to add a text widget, and I'm going to show you the number of likes here itself, that k and m value, right? So let me add a text field, and if you want to do that thing, so for that you need to add a custom widget which is going to reload the screen as soon as you are going to navigate back from this screen, right? So you need to write a custom widget that we can see in the custom widgets video, right? But to test the function out, let's add a text over here, and this text is nothing but the value is coming from my local state, number of likes. Perfect, this is it. And now let me just build it. And okay, so this is something, action configuration. Let me delete this empty action. Perfect, we are ready to go. Close this out, close this, and let me just build it. Okay, the app is running, so let's click on this button, and currently we are not seeing anything. Let me write 56,000 again. We are going to click it over here. This is not getting updated because we are just navigating back. We are not like setting the state. Let me click this button. You can see 56k, right? Because now this screen is again refreshed, right? Let me write 99,000. Okay, let's write 99,000 and 99,200. Let's say. So 99.2k I should get. So let's click on this button. It's not getting updated. Let's see 99.2k. You can see. So we not only learned how to write a custom function, we now know how you can update the local state, right? So I hope that you like this video. I hope this video added some value. At some point we got stuck, but not a problem. We are going to solve this part also, like refreshing this page also using custom widgets soon. So till next content, keep coding, keep innovating, and thanks a lot.